All right, in this lecture, we're going to download Unreal Engine 5. So we're going to learn how we can do that. And it all starts by going to unrealengine.com. The link will be in the resources. And here at the official Unreal Engine website, we can download it, but we need to create an Epic Games account. You can see that I'm signed in. My Epic Games account is Druid Mechanics. And if I click sign out, then I now see what you will see. You'll see sign in and download right here, but you can't download unless you sign in first. Now, once you sign in, after creating an account by clicking sign up down there, you can log in. Now, I use two-factor authentication. I recommend you enable that as well. So Epic just sent me a text message with the code that I need to enter, allowing me access. Now I can download. So if I click on download, we have some information. It's telling us what happens when you make over $1 million with your game. Once you've made your first million, then you need to start giving Epic 5%. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Now, if we scroll down, we'll see that step one is to get the Epic Games Launcher. This is how we install Unreal Engine. Now, if you already have the Epic Games Launcher, you can simply open it, but if you don't, you can download it. Now, once you've downloaded the Epic Games Launcher, you can open it, and this is what it looks like. Now, there are lots of things in the Epic Games Launcher. The News tab shows us, well, the news, things that are new regarding Unreal Engine. It also advertises free marketplace content and links to community resources, all kinds of good stuff. Now, before I show you how to download Unreal Engine, I'm going to show you some of these useful resources available here. If you go to Samples, which used to be the Learn tab, we have lots of projects that we can actually download, and they contain code and assets. This Lyra starter game is brand new, released along with Unreal Engine 5's official release, and it has tons of shooter content. So it's something you can use for the assets or learn from its code. We also have Valley of the Ancient, which is a very high fidelity Unreal Engine 5 project. You need some pretty good system specs to run that. Just a fair warning. Now, aside from the Samples tab, we also have the Marketplace tab where we can buy assets. Now, the Marketplace tab is extremely useful, not just because we can buy assets, but because there are tons of free assets. There are free assets all the time. If we look at the free dropdown, there is Epic Games content, there's free for the month, and permanently free. So things in the permanently free collection will always be there. But what I highly recommend you also do is pop in at least once a month and take a look at free for the month, because these are not always going to be free. You can see that they're going to go back up in price, and while they're free, you can snag these, and you don't even need to download them and take up space on your computer. You can simply add them to your cart and check out here in your cart. They'll be added as an order, so I'm going to place this order for $0, and it's emailed my receipt to me. And now I have this, and it's not taking up any space on my computer until I use it in a project. Now, speaking of projects, we're going to go to Library now. And Library is where we can download Unreal Engine. And you can have multiple engine versions. As you can see, I have several versions here, ranging from 4.21 all the way up to Unreal Engine 5. Now, to get a new version, we typically click on the yellow plus icon here, and we get a new little widget with a drop down next to the number, and we can scroll through and look at the available versions, and we can install versions of the engine. Now, I'm going to close that because I don't need to do that. I have Unreal Engine 5. What you're going to do is search for Unreal Engine 5, the latest version that you can, and click on Install. And it's going to take some time to install, so grab a cup of coffee. If you need to, pause the video, come back when you're finished installing Unreal Engine. Okay, so now we have Unreal Engine 5 installed. We're going to click Launch. And once we click Launch, we have the ability to open previous Unreal Engine projects, and we see the version these projects are in. As you can see, I have lots of Unreal Engine 4 projects here. And for projects in the current version, it says Current under their icon. Now, we're going to click on Games right here because clicking on Games allows us to create an Unreal Engine game project. Now, if you're curious and you'd like to check out the template projects, there are several here. You can choose one, you can create it, and they contain assets and code already made for you so you can see how a project works. But we would like to start from the absolute basics with a completely blank project. I'm going to show you the very basics from the beginning. I think this is the best way to jump into Unreal Engine and learn how to program. So we're going to select a blank project. In fact, we're going to select a blank blueprint project without C++ because I'm going to show you how to add C++ to a project. So we're going to make a blank blueprint project. Now, we can leave the target platform and the quality preset, but we are going to check starter content. We're going to enable that. Now, ray tracing is a feature that you can enable if you have a higher end PC. If you have a more expensive, higher performance computer, you can enable ray tracing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it unchecked. Now, we can choose a project location and give our project a name. I would like to call our project Slash, as our project is going to involve swords, which will be slashing quite a bit. So I'm going to call our project Slash. It's a nice short word that describes the main mechanic. So we're going to click Create, and here is our brand new Unreal Engine project. Now, we get some pop-ups at the bottom right. That first one informing me that there are new plugins. It has faded away on its own. And I'm left with this message that says, project file is out of date. Would you like to update it? And if I click Update, we see that our project was updated. So if you see that, go ahead and click Update like I did, and you're good. And here we're taking a look at Unreal Engine. This is one of the most impressive software packages you will ever lay your eyes on. It's incredible that we just downloaded and installed it for free. Now, I know it looks like there's kind of a lot of things going on here, and that's because there are. A game engine has lots of different features and lots of different ways to do things. So don't feel overwhelmed. The first thing we're going to do in Unreal Engine is play test this project. You can see up at the top there's a green play button, and if we hover over it, there's a tooltip. In fact, we'll always get tooltips when hovering our mouse cursor over just about anything in Unreal Engine. It's really helpful like that. Now, this tooltip says, play this level in the active level editor viewport. That's this big window here where we can see the chair and the table and the statue. This is the level editor viewport, and we can click the play button to play test this. So I'm going to click play, and all of a sudden we hear sounds. We see that the sky is actually moving. If you look close enough, those clouds are actually moving. And if we click in the viewport, our mouse cursor goes away. And if we move the mouse, we can suddenly look around. Now, look at that. This is just a sky, but look how beautiful. It looks like real clouds, and they are moving. This is amazing. And if you look down at the ground, you can see the little details in the surface of the ground. You can see the light reflecting and showing the little bumps. Now, we can use WASD keys to move around. If I use the W key, I can steer with my mouse and I can move. I can use S to go back, A and D to go left and right. We can even use E to go up and C to go down. Now, we can get out of this game session by holding Shift, hitting F1, and Shift F1 gives me my mouse cursor back. And If I hover over the red stop button, it says stop simulation, shift escape. So if I were to hit shift escape instead of shift F1, I would simply end the play session. Now, when we play in the editor, we're playing the game in the PIE, the play in editor, PIE. So we just had a PIE session. So that is where we're going to wrap things up for this video. We've created a brand new Unreal Engine project after getting it installed, and we've learned how to play test this project in the PIE, the play in editor, and how to stop playing the project either by getting our mouse cursor with Shift F1 or stopping the simulation with Shift Escape. So now that we have Unreal Engine, it's time to get set up so we can start programming with C++ in the engine. And we'll do that next. So excellent job. I will see you soon.